need to get rid of paragraph 3 and 4. That was to make it technically legal so that it didn't become a constitutional change. I think we need to understand what this means. When we pass this, we're essentially saying that the MP is going to change its organization, that we're going to start implementing and debating policies, which is against the general theme of our Constitution. Although this is technically no longer a constitutional amendment, we may as well take our Constitution and blow it up, because that's what's happening here. We're saying our Constitution is littered with the Non-Partisan Association being a body that doesn't debate policy, being a body that is independent, non-partisan, not tied to provincial politics. And so essentially what we're doing is, even though this is technically not changing the Constitution, what we're saying is we're not going to change the Constitution, but we're going to change the entire theme of this party. We're no longer the Non-Partisan Association. We're going to be a policy debating organization like any other political party. And then you're going to have all sorts of arguments that our policies are in line with the NDP provincially or the Liberals in Victoria, and you might as well just say we're a political party at that point. Change the name to whatever you like, because we're no longer the Non-Partisan Association.
Okay, all of a sudden we got a lot of people here. You're first.
As it reads right now, I don't really see how anything's changing because we already have general principles. We got out the word policy, so we're not turning, there isn't that huge shift. We already have general principles. They're on our website. They're stated there. We have 3 main principles, and then we have something like 5 added principles after that. Right there on the website.
Brian.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to say it might be helpful if we try to eliminate that word party from our conversation. Don't have to look at the board for what I'm saying. We continuously trip over that word. A party does have policy and all that stuff, which we seem to be discussing tonight. This is not a party. If somebody wants to join a party, they should go somewhere else. The whole point of this association is that we don't have policy and interfere with the freedom of the elected representatives. These people, if they are encouraging, which I hope they're not, that the NPA generally get involved with this stuff, it means that somebody's going to phone out at 10 o'clock at night and say, this is what we've decided. This is what destroyed team. The reason why this organization has been so successful is because that has not happened. The idea was to keep party politics out of City Hall. When this started in the mid-30s, there was there was party politics, obviously federally, provincially, but they thought with people, the wise people in their day, if they were wise or not, we still have this organization, which has been, as we already know, eminently successful. If I could just finish before you. And the reason why it's been successful is because we don't interfere with the elected representatives. We don't have party politics in City Hall. Now we know there's a group called Vision or NPA or COPE or whatever they call themselves from time to time. But the NPA is a nominating committee, a nominating association. And this membership here elects its board to choose, hopefully, carefully, really energetic, capable, articulate, well-informed people who could, if elected, do a good job for the city. And they can come from the left or the right or anywhere, as long as they can get along together and work as a team. Small t for team. So it's important that we remember this, because that is the founding principle. And you articulated, Mr. Chairman, the 3 functions of this organization are to find those good people wherever they are, and put on a good campaign, structure a good campaign. You can't put it on until the writ falls, until the thing starts. But structure a good campaign and go out and get the money. But the people who decide why I should vote for them, why any of us should vote for them, the people who are asking for us to elect them, they have to decide. So where it says there, the NPA hold public forums, I'm voting against this motion, that this be passed. This would destroy the organization if this is passed. This would become a party, just like that, and the NPA would be gone. But if at the next level down, which is the candidates, you say the NPA candidates hold regular public forums, whatever that says, my classes, the NPA candidates, not the NPA.
Peter.
Well, as somebody who has espoused Brian's speech many times out in public, I got a news flash, folks. we're in a museum, but I think we should be looking forward. Looking just to the recent past, we got trounced in 2002, we squeaked in 2005, we got trounced in 2008. We got to change. And one of the ways we can change is to get out into the community, doing things like this. And I think that if you look at the people we're up against, they know we are a party. We go up with this pretense that we're not a party. It's a very difficult thing to stand up in an election and say, well, we're not really a party, but we're all going to work together, we're all going to vote as a bloc, which we do. Sorry, Sean, we vote as a bloc, at least we have traditionally. So let's admit that and stop trying to kid ourselves and everybody else, and stop going back to ruffling through the bylaws, back to the 1930s or something, which is our founding principle, keep the socialists out of City Hall or something like that. I mean, we've got to get on with things, we've got to move forward, we've got to change because it's not working the way it's going now. And I think this is a welcome change, in particular, because it kind of forces us out into the neighborhoods to engage with people and get some more people in, and some people who are looking forward and not backwards.
Bill?